Welcome back to Race Base, where we've got the RF2s coming on track now. Back at the famous Hockenheim circuit. As you've just seen some epic racing, epic tyre scattering. You're going to see these boys battle it out now. 6 guys out on track all at once. They're going to be in every round of the qualifying. 4 rounds of qualifying. 4 laps. Who's your money on? Coming from favourite last time, De Napoli took the win back in La Hec in France. So he's looking favourite at the moment. K9's always strong in these cars. Got a new guy in this car, which he's just had to go in the supers, so Palm there. Should find these cars a little bit easier. You've got to keep the momentum up in it. You can't slide it as much, so hopefully he can... he's had a bit of practice and can dial this car in. Just bear with me while my controller's just fallen out of its socket. So yeah, these guys ready to start. We've got Marquardt there, Kento and Motormouth. Hopefully Motormouth feeling fresh and good, ready for this one. He's seen just done the commentary, so he's had good visuals of the track, so hopefully that'll bode him well for finding different lines and seeing how to send it and how not to send it, and which walls not to hit, and the tyres as well. So let's just bear with me, guys, while I'm just trying to sort out all different things here. Where's the stream? Just while these just get locked and loaded. Yeah, 4 laps on this track. Pick up any damage. It seems a long way to try and maintain any sort of rhythm and pace. But when you get it right, this track is awesome. Definitely is. There we go. So you can see Marquardt. He's been having good launches in the supers. He's on pole, K9 alongside him, Kento and Palm right in the mix of it there. So Palm being thrown in at the deep end for his first race in these. Motormouth and De Napoli on that back row. This first turn's gonna be tricky with these six cars all dialed in, all committed into that first corner. Keep it too tight, you hit a solid wall that doesn't move. I've hit it a couple of times myself. You run out wide, you've got the risk of hitting some large, I think there must be concrete blocks because they don't move that much either. And also, just as you run out, you've got a huge couple of tyre stacks, and we know that tyre stacks are rather enforced for this round, making sure that if you don't hit too many over your qualifying, you will pick up a penalty. So these guys just make some of the setups, getting their fuel right for the 4 laps. Quite a longish track, really. You do tend to burn quite a bit of fuel off, and not so much in these cars, but in the supers, tyre temperature and tyre wear is very high, especially on that right rear. Looks like we're good to go. Who's going to get an epic launch? Are they all going to break? Oh, I think Motormouth there is already disconnected, so the Pax gets away. I think that's K9 into the lead with Kento up behind him. De Napoli already into 3rd, and Marquardt and Palm just dropping off slightly to the back, but K9's domineering down this first straight. See De Napoli keeping it nice and tight on the apex, following Kento. Kento gets a bit of a wiggle there, loses the front bumper and collects a tyre stack. I don't know whether that was due to a bit of contact with K9, but De Napoli trying around the outside, hanging it out and cutting the nose off Marquardt there. Having a good run at the moment. De Napoli keeping it super tight. Kento clipping that back end, but gets collected there by De Napoli and fires Kento off into the wall. So De Napoli drops behind Marquardt there. He's up in 2nd. 3 guys dive for the Joker on the lap 1. K9, De Napoli and Palm. De Napoli up the inside of Marquardt again. Marquardt not jokering there, but De Napoli fired in super pace coming through that joker. K9's got a nice little break there. You can see half the length of the straight, so no pressure applying to him. De Napoli into the second place. You know he can carry pace, and just clipped a tyre. I don't know whether it was lying down. It was a bit, visuals were a bit blurry there, but De Napoli just scrubbing a little bit too much speed off, I'd say, on them tighter hairpins, but easy to say from commentary. You can see the two guys in the background. I think Palm there just over rotated the car. It was up the inside of Marquardt, I think, but just runs it round on the grass and just loses the back end just slightly. The back end just a little bit too wide. So K9 out in front, he's jokered. De Napoli's jokered. Marquardt is the only one on track at the moment that hasn't jokered on my screen. I see Palm just come over the crest and just lost the rear end a bit. Obviously picked up a little bit of damage now, so Kento's getting back on track and just trying to run this car to the end with the damage that he's got. Started off strong, but seems to have dropped a little bit further down the field. K9 out in front, De Napoli in second. De Napoli's closed the gap quite a bit there to K9. So K9's just made a mistake, scrubbed a bit too much speed off, and De Napoli's found his rhythm now. Seems to rotate the car nicely through there. So we're on coming on to the last lap. Just as they come around this corner. So it just opens up down this straight again, but De Napoli has closed the gap down to K9 a little bit. So now he's got that cleaner air to run round, and nice drift, controlled drift all the way around, carrying the speed through there. K9 trying hard to get that car rotated in. Carries the speed out of that one hairpin. De Napoli still chasing him down. So it looks at the moment without any mistakes, but K9 just runs right out to the edge of the track. De Napoli, I think, just caught his nose on the inside tyre barrier and scrubbed quite a little bit of speed off, so it's left K9 out in front. He's going to take the win for the first round of qualifying. He'll be happy with that one. De Napoli in a close second. He's done well to come back from the very back of the grid from his starting position. Marquardt, he's had a good run, but Kento was hot on his heels as they come over the line. And then Palm, for his first ever go in these cars in the championship, he'll just be happy to get the feeling for it, and obviously he'll probably come out stronger in the next round of qualifying. So Motormouth there, obviously DQ'd. I don't know whether he jumped straight off the start line, but it seemed like a pretty quick DQ. But lap times there are all dialing in the 52.439, 52.469. 53 there, 620, 52.440. So yeah, lap times overall, it's just down to when you make them mistakes, scrub that bit too much speed off. We'll see how we get on in the next round of qualifying. Obviously, these guys, all 6 of the guys, all just bear with me a second. Controller's gone again. That's better. Sorry about the blue screen of death there. That should disappear in a minute. Just knock the controller off the charging stand. So yeah, obviously 6 guys all dialing straight in. Qualifying 2. Obviously over qualifying you're looking for the maximum amount of points for the overall standings in the championship. I think the pack got quite broken up there, just with little bits of contact here and there between the guys. They'll be looking for a cleaner run, and hopefully we'll get on for a real tight fight. But De Napoli there definitely made impressions from the back of the grid. But this track proving tricky for everyone. The only one that I didn't really see make a mistake was K9, but at one point in the race he did drop a lot of time, so it's been favourable for these guys, Marquardt and K9. Front row again, Kento and Palm, second row, and Motormouth and DiNapoli. So that's a pretty much a direct copy of race 1. Getting a bit of deja vu here, but engines are revving, so everyone's happy with the setup. Just going to send it. See. Yeah, so Motormouth, his car was twitching before the lights were going, and he's jumped again. So Mark Whitty dominating into the first turn. He's had a good run, but the 3 cars in the background come together. That's Kento, K9 and DiNapoli there, all just got caught up together and just fired each other off each way, here, there and everywhere. So these 3 guys are going to have a battle from the back of the grid, so massive chance. Oh, just see Palm there just over-rotated the car. So Mark Whitty out in front now. He's about 3 seconds in front, so he's got to use this to his extreme advantage, and hopefully he can just keep it all under control. But DiNapoli there in front of K9, Kento right at the back of the grid. Palm has kept his second place at the moment, so these guys all, Palm, DiNapoli and K9 all fire off for the Joker, get that done. I think that would have been Kento as well, coming into shot, going into the Joker. Yeah, all them guys confirmed they've all jokered. You don't want to miss that. That will give you a penalty for points. Mark Curti looking good out in front, keeping it smooth, no pressure. He's got plenty of time. Halfway round the second lap now, so hopefully he can hold on to this one. It'd be nice to see him take the win. Palm in a strong second place. He'll be feeling that pressure now of DiNapoli closing him in, looking mean with no front bumper. Don't forget, this is Palm's second race of qualifying, first round that he's ever done in this car. But he's looking good. He's keeping a smoother line this time. Carrying that space, just glances the wall. That's going to cost him a little bit of time, but not too much. Rotates it a little bit too hard, and DiNapoli's right onto the back of him now. So is DiNapoli not got the legs down this straight? But he's going to be looking up in this next corner. Palm running right around the outside, but carries the speed. They hold position and probably pulls away a little bit from DiNapoli. Can he rotate it through this tight, twisty section on? Palm doing a good job. We know how strong DiNapoli is. He took the win last time. Full respect to Palm there. Definitely looking a little bit more, a lot more comfortable, but DiNapoli still applying that pressure. Looking good at the moment. Marcoetti's still out in front, still 2.5 seconds. So he's looking good and he's jokered, so they go on to the last lap. Marcoetti could take the win here. Palm holding on to that second place. He's doing a fantastic job to hold off DiNapoli, one of the strongest ones in this championship. Just runs a little bit wide. That shows DiNapoli up the inside, but Palm's he gives him room. He's going to be on the inside for this next corner. It's his right to hold that line. They come off that corner and down this straight. So DiNapoli still hounding Palm. Can Palm handle the pressure? He's looking good at the moment. Mark Quirty out in front. Oh, Palm just runs too far. Just got the braking point wrong on that dirt section. Unfortunately, just runs into that barrier there. But cracking race. Back onto he's going to take a win. Mark Quirty. Congratulations to him. DiNapoli does come through to take that second place. K9 in third. He's done well to get back to there. Palm is going to come over in fourth. He's going to be disappointed, but I wouldn't be disappointed about the majority of that race, mate. Cracking race and showed pace, and Kento comes over the line in that last place, should I say? But yeah, lap times all pretty close again. I think Kento would have picked up quite a bit of damage from that first bit of contact that we saw them 3 guys get super close down that main straight. This is going to have some guys fired up for round 3, isn't it? I mean, Mark Quirty, I think that's... I'm going to call it that's his first win in these cars. Correct me if I'm wrong. But fantastic job for him. Got out, got clear, and kept his lines nice and clear, and kept it all going. So we can see Scott is still in the lobby. So he's willing to have another go, I reckon. Just needs to sort something out. Whether it's, I don't think his handbrake is working. He's jumping the start. So basically, don't bang it into gear till the lights drop. That's the only other way that I know. Maybe that's what he's struggling with at the moment. It just looks like the car is twitching before the lights have dropped, and let's see who's gonna put on pole for this time round, because obviously it's been a complete mirror image from round 1 to round 2, so hopefully it's gonna give someone else a chance. But some of the guys that have always been starting mid to the back of the grid will be super frustrated. Everybody wants to be on that front row. So yeah, Kento and Palm now, it dials in on that front row. DiNapoli and K9 on that second row, and Motormouth and Marquardt on the back row. So Motormouth has always started there, so unfortunate for him, but hopefully that gives him a chance just to get his start procedure in order. Don't think anybody's jumped this time, but DiNapoli having a super strong start up the inside of Kento, but Palm round the outside of him. He's come out fighting this way, but DiNapoli just collects Kento and then just runs out into K9, I believe. But DiNapoli is super fired off out of shot. As unfortunate, sometimes the physics of the project cars just pull you together like glue, but the only answer is to that is don't put yourself in that position in the first place and you won't get it. But so as these guys just sort themselves out and fall into position, Palm is out in front, K9 has worked his way up into that second place, so it's kind of worked out. Palm just runs wide again on that turn, he's just struggling on that one, carrying a little bit too much speed in, so that gives K9 the position to get up out in front. DiNapoli has worked his way up in second place, unbelievable pace considering he was fired off out of shot. Both jokered. Marquardt falls into that third place with Kento hot on his heels looking to make a move. I think Palm has jokered and Motormouth as well, but you can see they've dropped off the pack quite considerably. Unfortunate for them guys, but nice to see Motormouth out on track. So back at the front, you got DiNapoli hunting in K9 again. We've seen this. I believe it was in race 1. K9 did manage to hold off, and they were running about the same best lap time. So there's nothing in it. So it'll be hard to catch him, and even harder to get past him. Kento and just bear with me. Palm, no, Kento is caught up to the back of Marquardt now, so and they're not far off, really, far off the back of DiNapoli. So DiNapoli just had a bit of a mistake there. He's dropped a lot of time back to K9. He's dropped 4 seconds, so yeah, he's had a mistake, maybe that turn 1 and hit that barrier. Marquardt having a look, Kento having a look, but just all get a little bit collected, slow each other down. I think Kento's come worse off out there. Marquardt's having another good run. He's feeling a lot more confident and looking super quick in these lights around this track. DiNapoli just broken out a little bit. Marquardt diving for his joker now. There's some tyres in the way. He'll do some track cleaning. Gets them out of the way. Is he going to come out neck and neck? He's going to have some good pace, but DiNapoli must have had a good run through that last section. Marquardt not being able to make any impression on it. Runs out wide there. Kento's going to have a look up the inside of him. Maybe carry a little bit more pace down this straight. Once these cars get up to speed, there's nothing in it. You're going to sit side by side there. Kento broke a little bit early and tries to dive up the inside. Just clips a set of tyres and probably just adds one to his penalty tally there. If anybody's kind of keeping tally on who's clipping what tyres, it's hard to see from commentary, but K9 out in front now. He's not hounded by anyone. 4 seconds, running right to the outside, carrying as much speed as he can. He doesn't want to give any errors away to for Di Napoli to make any ground on him in this round. So K9 takes the win. Di Napoli's going to be in a safe second. Marquardt just over rotates the car, but holds on, I believe, to that third place. He was getting hounded by Kento all the way around, but Palm going to come over in 5th on this one. Was looking stronger to start with, but just suffering with one corner that we can see visually at the moment on this track, and Motormouth is a bit further back, so he's obviously just struggling with his car. Nice to see him out in it though. He's managed to get it off the line, but yeah, just scrubbing a lot of speed off in that that corner speed. But I'm sure he would have found it fun to drive around after commentating in the on the supers, watching us hit walls. Hey, where are we off now, mate? Where are we off now? Bring it back in. But yeah, just went for a little bit of an excursion there. But no, good win there by K9. Di Napoli second. So Di Napoli overall, he's always up at that front end mix. Marquardt, Kento, Palm. I'm feeling for you. Just struggling on that one corner, getting that braking point right. But once he dials that in, he's going to look like he's got just as much pace as anyone else out there. Actually done very strong single lap time as well there. As I say, it's just finding consistency. You want that lap time over every lap, and he'll be hanging out for the wins. So these guys will be all diving straight in for qualifying for the last round of qualifying, before we move on to the semi-finals and finals, which are on Thursday night. 6 laps, that's really going to test the cars, and I'm sure you'll see tyres scattered everywhere for a 6-lap race. There's not many tyre stacks that get left standing upright. I don't think the Joker on this track really has massive gains or disadvantages to it. It's very similar. The guys seem to hold position, maybe a couple of attempts slower, I'd say. But you do get a better run coming out of that Joker into that next corner, so you generally just carry a little bit more pace, but you've soon got some right tight turns after that, so you've got to scrub that speed off again. So Palm puts him on pole, Motormouth alongside him, so hopefully these two can get away this time and have a good run. Kento, Marquardt midfield, K9 and Di Napoli back row, rightfully so. They've shown that they've been strong all night, so put them to the back, make them work for it this time. Everyone's away cleanly, nobody jump starts. I think Marquardt didn't get away the best. He drops into the back, but Palm holding front. Kento looks a bit wiggly, but everyone's keeping it straight down this this first long straight this time. Nobody collects each other. I think Motormouth just heavily braked and caused a bit of a concertina just behind him, as the people just sort themselves out. K9 looking up the inside, 3 abreast there. One comes in backwards there. Motormouth comes in backwards. There's cars everywhere, there's tyres everywhere. Everybody gets a penalty. What's going on? Nobody knows. But as these guys dial themselves back in, I see Marquardt just getting under control, but that has allowed Palm to break out in front now. Keep it clean, keep the pressure, and this race could be all. No, Mark, where's Palm gone? Sorry about that. So it's a free for all. Everybody's everywhere. I don't know what's going on. The commentator doesn't know what's going on. The track doesn't know what's going on. But so Kento in front, Di Napoli second. They've both jokered. K9 in third. He hasn't jokered yet. Palm has dropped into 4th place. He was showing him in winning before, but Marquardt and Motormouth both at the back. But there's cars stacked on top of each other. It's just getting a bit messy in this one. It's last heat of the night. Everybody's out for a win. Kento's holding on to position. DiNapoli's still in behind him. K9's coming in for third. And that's Palm just over rotated a little bit, but he wasn't right on the back end of these guys. So K9 this time, I'm getting out of this, guys. You lot don't know what's going on. He's going for his joker. He's going to drop in behind him still, but right onto the back end of DiNapoli. I think he just kisses the back end of DiNapoli and rotates the car a bit. Kento's still out in front. DiNapoli's hounding him like a madman possessed. K9's just like a mad dog behind him. They all want the win. DiNapoli slips into that lead position. 3 abreast round that long turn. Excellent dogfight here. DiNapoli breaks out in front but allows K9 to have a look, but he's going to be on the outside for this one. Kento dropping into that third place, just rotating the car a bit too much. Palm not too far behind him. So it looks like unless K9's got an answer for DiNapoli, it's looking like DiNapoli could take another win, but there is another lap to do. That much action. I thought we were on the last lap there. K9 late braking makes up better ground than DiNapoli. Kento just striking another set of tyres. He doesn't like them. Get out of the way. He's trying to keep with these boys and trying to get that lead back. He's showed good pace coming down there, but I think before we saw him get mullered down the straight, so whether he's got a shorter gear ratio, something like that, it just seems to a lot of speed. K9's fired off into that inside, clips the curb, fires him off into the inside there, just too much rotation, so that's allowed Kento to hound DiNapoli now. So Kento hasn't given up on this one. He's still looking for trying to take this race to DiNapoli. K9 there, he'd be a bit frustrated, but third place ain't that bad, still solid points. Kento has got into the lead. You see it up on the timing screens. DiNapoli has obviously made a mistake somewhere. Kento's said, I'm taking this race win. He was hungry for one. So yeah, Kento takes the win. DiNapoli second, K9 third, Mark QWERTY fourth, Palm coming over in fifth, and Motormouth in sixth. So yeah, that was definitely, everybody had their arms out. That was a big battle to the end there. That's what you call a dogfight. Sure. Overall, the racing throughout all the classes, the supers and into these lights, has been epic. Unfortunately for the guys, some of the guys, I feel myself as well, there will be some penalties issued. With the stewards here are being extremely strong on tyres. Hope everyone has saved replays and expect some penalties to be applied to different areas. But thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been epic. I'm sure you've all enjoyed it, and we shall be returning Thursday night for the semi-finals and the finals. Good evening.